Good afternoon to our Hatfield community, parents, staff and maybe some pupils. This video is in response to the COVID situation in our school at this moment. We are all aware that we've had significant numbers of positive COVID cases in our school. Over these last few days we've had to close down almost all sectors of the school. At first it was grade 8 and grade 5, and then the whole high school and senior primary school. Yesterday, we had COVID positive cases in both grade 1 and grade 3. And regretfully, at 6:30 this morning, we were made aware that a grade 2 child is now positive. This means that on campus today, we only have Jacob's Ladder and grade 0 attending. We currently have 20 pupils who are considered actively COVID positive, and we have 2 pending results. Initially, most came from infections within the families, but at grade 5 and grade 8, for the first time, we have had pupil-to-pupil contamination. We suspect that up to 12 of these pupil-to-pupil contaminations happened at school while all protocols were being met. Masks were being worn all the time, except while eating. We certainly do take the protocols seriously and are diligent in reminding students and each other to observe them. We are all learning as we go, and what we have seen thus far is that the airborne Delta strain is living up to the claims that it is significantly more contagious, even by younger children than the other strains. Hence, the decision to have children from the same classroom quarantine, even if they weren't at adjacent desks. To date, this has proven to be a necessary approach. In spite of our best efforts, the virus does still end up being transmitted to some, and we strive to minimize the spread. It is not likely that we've taken any decision to close a campus grade or asked any child to isolate. At the same time, we hold the safety of each person in our community as the highest priority. Whilst we expect to always seem too strict to some and too lax to others, we are committed to do our best to follow protocols and the advice we receive from experts. We are very cognizant of the fact that school closures have an adverse effect on children and their families. Children need other children in order to flourish, and they need a school environment that is full of joy and a variety of activities. Parents need the opportunity to leave their children in a safe school environment and to be able to do their work without concern for their children. Teachers need the opportunity to disciple and teach in person. It has been extremely sad that this has not been the case these past months, and pupils and parents and staff are feeling the effects of this. Given the fact that we have so many active cases in the school, I've made the following difficult decision. Jacob's Ladder and grade 0 may return to school on Tuesday the 10th of August. Grade 1 to 12 will return to school on Monday the 16th of August and follow an online curriculum from Tuesday to Friday this coming week. Teachers are always available, but matric teachers will make themselves even more available this week, so please don't hesitate to contact them. We know that the events of these last 2 weeks are not sustainable, and our exec will be meeting during the long weekend to help navigate towards some long-term solutions. The academics are going well online, but we remain concerned for the emotional health of children and the impact to parents when their children are online. Living in community has so many benefits and so much richness, but it does put us at the mercy of one another with regard to COVID exposure. I'm aware that we are on the brink of a long weekend and that the tendency for staff, pupils and families would be to socialize. I earnestly ask the following. Please do not socialize at this time, except within the confines of your family bubble. High school students should not be at clubs or restaurants, always, but especially now. There should be no sleepovers, and parties should be limited to family bubble groups. Parents who have symptoms should not send their children to school, and this is currently happening. No child or staff member with symptoms should come to school. Furthermore, if any pupil or staff member has someone with symptoms in their household, They are not to come to school until that person is asymptomatic or has received a negative COVID test. If a member of your household has had a COVID test and is waiting for the results, we insist that your child stays at home. I understand the sensitivity around vaccines, but we are encouraging everyone in our community to be vaccinated. There is no stigma at all associated with catching a virus and being COVID positive. So we ask that you do not keep these matters from the school, but inform us immediately. This helps us to minimize the risk and further transmission. My sincere thanks to our community who are adhering to these requirements at much inconvenience to yourselves and your children. I also sincerely thank Pauline Anthony for holding the position of COVID officer in our school with efficiency and such compassion. And finally, we are mindful of those who have lost family members. 3 families have tragically lost their dads to COVID, and others have lost extended family members. To those who are currently ill and those suffering the long-term effects of COVID, our prayers and our thoughts are with you. I trust that you know that the school community is here to walk with you and your children. Today, Jacob's Ladder sang and prayed Psalm 23 over our school, and I would like to end by reading these words to you. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He restores my soul. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. May God bless you and keep you and make his face to shine upon you and give you peace. Thank you so much.